Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to morning class. I'm going to be a little quiet here because my girlfriend, my partner, is sleeping. And so I'm going to leave her. So I'm going to speak very chill. Okay, got my coffee here, ready to go, ready to work. And let's just have a good time today. Let's just have a good time. I'm going to play some music in the background. And I'm not going to speak much today. Maybe I will. I don't know. Just go with the flow today. Go with the flow. How's everybody doing? How are you doing today? Let's start with this session with breathing in, breathing out. Okay, guys. Starting anything with good intention is important. So, what is the intention today? I'm going to be really honest with you today. Today, I have client work I need to do. Client work pays the bills. Um, to transition from like depending on clients on a monthly basis to going just having that income come in automatically. Um, I like a combination of both. I like this and that, but sometimes I just don't feel like doing these videos. I feel like doing other videos, but those videos will pay the bill. So we have to do the videos that pay the bill. And so today, if you know, I actually have an engineering background. So what does that mean? Why is that important? That's important. I want to mention that because one of my first ventures when I started my company, actually, we started a technical marketing company where I, using my engineering background, was actually marketing for engineering companies. And that was a big, big, big thing. You rarely see that combination. And it's a path that I probably should add to Hayah, the technical marketer. Um, that was a hit, man. Just go to the engineering firm, say nobody understand your language but me. I'm a chemical engineer, but I'm also a good marketer. And that's exactly what got us into the door with many people. And believe it or not, it was during a recession. It was during a recession where all these oil and gas companies were failing. But what happened is people wanted marketing companies that bring real results. And so we were bringing the results because we cared. We didn't know everything, but we got some results because we cared. So that is the motivation of the day. Um, kind of lost my train of thought there. Anyways, what I was trying to do here um, is to tell you, now I remembered, that when you have multiple skills, so if you're, let's say, a biologist and a good marketer, then you're going to be awesome at a very specific niche field that people are not there. Um, and this is an example. I'm going to end this morning kind of quick lesson with this. Da Vinci, actually, he was a, he was an amazing. He had the beautiful gift of drawing. So if you go through his history, you'll see that they actually, um, Da Vinci was painting the famous church, uh, the Last Supper, and the other ones, I forgot which ones. He painted that, something in religion. So he was interested in religion and he painted such beautiful paintings. But also, he was painting the human body and he was helping doctors visualize the human body. So he would go and draw all these organs so people can study them and spread the knowledge. And they call it the Renaissance. And so now, if you have like a base skill like media or sales, and then you have another skill like biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, that is the power. So do not say, oh, I studied this thing and then now I have to change. No, it's all combined together, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how I make my money, is to use that as a strength. So today I'm gonna put some mood, some cool mood, laid back or dreamy mood, and dreamy and peaceful. And I'm just gonna play. Okay, guys. So I'm not gonna like. I hope you understand that because um, there's confidential information, I cannot share with you uh, which client. I mean, I can say the name, but I don't want to mention too much information now. But I want to tell you that this is about 3D printing. So we are doing 3D metal 3D printing. Okay, this actually is going to be good. It all turns out to be good. So I'm not going to say the name of the client, but we want to do a video about metal 3D printing. And that to show you that you actually do not need the client information to produce like a video, but you produce it and then at the end you introduce the client. So what your video should focus on is basically the problem. What is the problem this industry is facing? Okay, so we started from I want to do a video about metal 3D printing. Okay, I've already done my research and I know the things that I want to generally mention. So let's just kind of type out bullet points, the flow of the video, just the flow of the video. So, um, of course, any video will have an introduction. How do you want to introduce this thing? So the introduction, in my opinion, would be something like talks about uh, the industry, its value, and maybe questioning. Right away, question its efficiency. Like questions are the answers. So we do introduction, the industry, its value, questioning. So let's say like metal 3D. So I know that metal 3D printing is disrupting. It's something I gotta check the number. $1 billion industry. So metal 3D printing is disrupting a $1 billion industry, and it's on its way to changing the way we manufacture. Yeah, I'll figure out the exact details. Uh, and then I don't want to like. You have to know your target market. My target market here. Who is my target market? I gotta say that this is the first video I do for this solution that this company is offering, metal 3D printing. And what I have to know is that the people I'm targeting are like basically maybe research engineers in aviation companies, And look, one of the most important things is if you have connections. So I have a connection. My friend Colin, he actually sold a 3D printing company, but it wasn't metal. So I asked him where to start looking because sometimes when somebody's in the industry, like you just tell them where should I go. He told me desktop metal in Mark Forge. Desktop metal. So let's go to desktop metal. And we're not copying here in Mark Forge. Wow, so many ads. It's a tough competition. Look at that. Should tell that to my client. Anyways. And then he told me about the GE metal 3D printer. Okay, guys, let's be serious here. I'm doing work for a client. Uh, they have nothing, and GE is already invested. They already invested in somebody doing all this work. Doesn't mean that I'm going to copy them, but to get inspired and to understand who they are targeting. That's the most important thing. To understand who are they targeting, guys. And if you understand who they're targeting, then we'll be able to figure out who our target market is because this client is also new to this market. So additive application. Fantastic. And it looks like we can watch a video together here on it and get some inspiration. So desktop audio. Okay. Let's let me lower the volume a little bit. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch the video. So this is the research.
I needed an online store for my jewelry design business, so shop here powered by Google.
There are no shortcuts when it comes to metal additive, no skipping steps, but there is a way to get there faster, to accelerate your path from prototype to full production.
So aviation.
Pioneered additive to work for you. At GE Additive, we're redefining what's possible.
It looks like in the renewable energy industry, they use it for parts.
To transform metal powders into parts. Parts that can go anywhere and do practically anything across even the most precise and highly regulated industries. When you're ready to take the next step on your additive journey, we're ready to make it a success. GE Additive, for the ready.
Okay, guys, look. They said something. Let's go back and understand this.
From prototype to...
So it's important for prototyping. So I need to focus on the applications. So let me add that to my... So I'm just gonna put ideas here. Mention the applications. So for prototyping. Okay. You just gotta do when you
production to put the people who pioneered additive to work for you. At GE Additive, we're redefining what's possible with the machines, powders, software, and know-how.
So GE is selling the whole package, the printers, the powders, everything. That's good to know about the competition. So that's how you understand the video of who it's targeting.
To transform metal powders into parts. Parts that can go anywhere and do practically anything Across.
So anything and anywhere. So mention how customizable is a design with generally metal 3D. Okay, so generally with 3D printing, not the actual uh, company and why it's powder. When you're doing a video, you start with the problem, you talk about the benefits of it, you introduce people, and then only then when you explain the problem and you explain why this 3D in like printing is great, then you say why this company is good. And then you start mentioning why this company, why not other companies. But before you have to introduce people to the actual problem. So let's keep watching that.
Even the most precise and highly
Okay, so GE mentioned that precise and highly precise, so it can pass the most strict regulations. Okay, so like I know that.
regulated industries. When you're ready to take the next step on your additive journey, we're ready to make it a success.
So like I'm not a big fan of this video, guys, because they're just talking about themselves, and no one likes somebody that talks about themselves. You have to provide value. So let's see here again. Okay, so applications. Let's see if we were right about the applications. Oh, download brochure. Okay, there's brochure. If I was GE, this is a lesson. I would put a magnet here to collect the emails. So really, it's about being precise. So that's very important because you're using these for aviation and fast prototyping to accelerate. So I'll add that to. I'm not going to copy this exact thing, but I'm just using it as a guide. Then I'm going to go and then type from my own head. That's how you do it. Okay. I'm going to bring back the music here. So fuel nozzles. So I know maybe I'll look for a photo of a fuel nozzle. So putting all your thoughts in one, and all I need is about 10 to 11 thoughts, 10 to 11 ideas, and each idea is aligned. That's, you'll see. It's simpler than you think. So the orthopedic implants, I'm not targeting doctors, they're targeting people that do implants, companies that, um, so I think it's worth mentioning implants as an example. It would be nice if this video is full of like cool examples, you know? Yeah, and military and defense, like this is sick actually. Not that I condone that, but imagine that, your tank gets destroyed and then like you can just quickly 3D print some print and fix it like that. Not that I condone that violence, but I mean, let's get back to here. And guys, I'm doing research, I'm skimming through, so be patient. This is just like real bad actually. Like I don't understand. Not that I don't understand the tech, it's just some engineers wrote this and it looks so complicated. Jeez. Okay, so this is why people use it. So this is important. I like why. Why works everywhere. So you can accelerate your innovation. You can reduce risk. You can lower costs. See, like this is focused on them. Like, yeah, lower costs, but because of GE, no. But why 3D metal manufacture? Because I think you do reduce risk. Nah, see, that's talking about YGE, so that's no good to me. They say spherical. Why is it important for it to be spherical? Okay, GE, I don't know where you spend your money, me. I don't think it's the right place. Okay, so done. I'm done with GE. Like that was good. That was nice. But let's go back to this one. So this is desktop metal. See the products here. Oh, so much shit. I gotta give it to them. Adding this chat person. Data sheet, that's no good to me. Also, you can add, people need just a little bit of marketing tips to succeed in life. Not much, just a little bit of science. Yeah, that's pretty cool now also for racing. Medical devices, prototyping. And jewelry, I guess. Cool. So guys, I reached the point where I'm happy with the basic research I did. Let me just go here and see. Peace. Metal system. Sweet. Just by looking at this video, I realize I need to put a lot of like kind of footage. So, okay. I have my own research as well that I've done. Of course, like before you start a topic, like take the time, take a week. Like you don't have to do it immediately. Take the time to think about it, which angle you want to approach. And sometimes when you give something more time, you kind of get creative and you cut the bullshit. If you actually just before the deadline, you start removing. If you procrastinate, it's not always a bad thing. When you're doing something creative, sometimes procrastination is good because it allows you to think more and remove what is not important. It's proven actually. It's in the book originals. Ouch. Anyways, ow. Okay, okay. So, targeting research engineering aviation. Let's see the research here that I have. I have here something about okay, some information. They use it for hip implants. So I also want to say why additive manufacturing. So here I need to mention that for fast, rapid prototyping means faster. invention. You can customize complex geometries. You can create low volume, which will empower. Actually, each one is gonna be from a line, I believe. I think we need to explain that. And I wanna, actually, this was the introduction. So immediately we introduce this fact, and then there are people who get interested, and then I have to explain quickly. I have to explain additive manufacturing versus normal manufacturing, which is called subtractive manufacturing. And then why, and then each one is going to be in a different. And then I can say applications, and I can mention them. So I just basically rewrote what? I'll just add these ideas here. So all these applications here, I'm gonna have to choose a few and just show them in a beautiful manner in the video. Remember, the video, this written part is just one part, but then there's other things that are important, like the videos, the cover footage, the music, the tone of the voice. So it's all that. So I can talk about kind of this, like why is it not famous? Like it's important to mention that to kind of gain trust. Why not? Okay, let's just add this advantages and turn that into a string like we usually do. So the rate, the speed is less than actual manufacturing, but the speed and cost is currently more than actual manufacturing. Traditional manufacturing. No, this is the wrong thing. Speed is lower and cost is higher compared to. Okay. But this opens up, of course, for small something like that for startups or something. Startups to merge to capture some of the market that has been dominated by giant players. Anytime I can take a job at capitalist in mean industries, I quite honestly, the manufacturing industry didn't do well to us. I mean, they did, but they didn't. They created so much plastic. Yes, we needed that, but is there ethics before creating something? That is the question. You let me know. Didn't someone think like, oh, this thing will create problems? Shall we create it or not? I'm sure they did, but they kind of, whatever, man. It's gonna save humanity. Ethics, guys. Come on, let's take a little break from here and go back to ethics, guys. When you make something, do it from a pure intention. Think about its impact. Okay? Thank you. So this is the process, guys. Like now I have basically, and then I go to why our company is what makes it different and unique. Proof of I basically have to put a proof, social proof. That's what it's called. Social proof. I have to take social proof, which means I introduce the company now. First of all, I explain the problem. I taught people when you teach someone through a video, they trust you immediately, like a teacher, okay? And then you introduce your company. Then after they're watching for a minute a bit, then you introduce your company. And then you provide a social proof. Like, hey, we worked with this client, we developed this process, and then you just jump to your call to action. What do you want people to do? Actually, how you can help and your call to action. What do you want people to do? What do we want people to do? So, yeah, it starts messy like this, guys. It starts messy like this, and it's fine. And there are different tactics to like, now, like, I'll take the first point, okay? I'll just go here and Google additive manufacturing industry facts. Kind of dig deeper into each idea. Cool, okay. Okay, so this is cool. Like, do we need a lot of data? No, we just need one or two. What do you see here? How do you analyze this data? How do you make it appealing? It's 2022. This market size of 3D printing products, the global 3D printing products and services market, is growing. Like I see exponential, actually, almost. It's going exponentially. So in 2020 is 17.4 billion, and then it's gonna go to, what is that? Is that doubling? It's doubling. Like it's doubling in the most period, or it's poised to be, the manufacturing is poised to be a $40 billion, almost $40 billion industry. So you can say, okay, you can say the rate at what's the, like, this is what I want to actually say. Let's just do it. Okay, so this was my idea, my thought. Okay, and this is the real writing that I want. Let me bold it so I know which one is. Okay, so honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I actually got to talk about manufacturing in general. Just generally, what is manufacturing? See, this is, I like cornerstone. I need Okay, more importance manufacturing. Why am I focusing on the importance of manufacturing, guys? It's because people do not understand what 3D printing is disrupting. Because this is really cool. This is also, sorry, it's not my writing, so I can't. Okay, guys, what I decided is today I just don't have the inspiration to write this full sentences, but I have the base, I have the helical. Maybe later, and you have to understand that if you don't have it, just do not. It's a creative work, so if you cannot put the creative work in, I'm gonna jump to something I feel like doing now, which is equally as important in setting up this video. So what I want to do now is I want to show you how I actually my process. The first thing I do is I do my research, I read before a week before. I come in, I put in the points that I want to dive deep into um, in the video. I think all these like are gonna be one, so don't be. So I do honestly 7 to 11 points. 7 to 11 points. Go dig deeper into 7 to 11 points. Um, then at the same time, I set up my visual background. What is the footage that I'm going to use with that? This client in particular, the challenge is they don't have somebody to speak for them. So there's no A footage. So what I do is I actually text to speech and I overlay this whole thing with what? Cover footage. And so to create design, I create a 1920 by 1080p. That's a screen, a presentation. So use that for videos. This client particularly wants this size because we're doing a documentary style videos, really providing that value. And then, okay, so we want to do about 20 to 25 slides about um, additive manufacturing. So now we understand. So we understand that we want to first talk about the industry. Okay, so we know that the first slide has to do something about industry. So it's I go to here, manufacturing. Oh, that's the upload. Sorry, manu. Such a bad speller. It's okay. I speak two languages. Photos. Oh, videos. So we can use videos with Canva. In fact, Canva has a lot of videos. So this can be a good video. Look. Looks like they're manufacturing now. because we're targeting metal companies, so might as well put metal. Like if you don't put something that's not relevant, because the message you send in a video, as you have to know that most of it is what people see. So like, yeah, the voice, what I'm saying is okay, but people immediately look at the images. So I have to find the right. Okay, so cool. And put things that are interesting, people, things that this is value. When you put something people didn't see before, this is the value. So are you adding value? So this is manufacturing number one. You can see the time here of the video. We're going for approximately this, when you put 11 ideas together, from my experience, that's about 4 minutes. So keep that in mind. So if that is 4 minutes, 4 times 60 seconds over 11. So each scene is about 20 seconds. So this takes 10 seconds. So I should find another scene. What is that? Cool. See, I was interested in knowing what that is, so maybe other people are too, because I'm an engineer. And I'll put a third one, so make it 30 seconds so we can cut it later. I mean, you look at something like that, as you see here, like this is cool. I see like a little bit of flames, and so I'll add that. Some action there. Cool. Okay. Okay, so visually we finished the first scene. Let's say we finished it. Explain additive to versus subtractive manufacturing. I'm gonna come back to that later because I actually want to represent it visually, and I'll show you why additive manufacturing. So now I gotta go find some videos of metal 3D printing. 3D printing. Let's hope they have a wide variety. Is there metal? So remember when we were saying like, hey, we'll go back. Okay, so let's do it in order. So now we're introducing 3D printing. So first of all, like, you gotta show people how it looks. So add, and so add a 3D printing. So what? Laser. And then you can like zoom in a little bit more into that. Like, just be creative, change it. Every 10 seconds it has to change. You have to grab people's attention. Maybe that's boring. Too much, right? Too much of that. Unless I'm zoomed in, but this is gonna ruin the quality. Let's see if it will. Maybe not actually. Okay, leave that. I know this is not 3D printing laser, but let's not forget that it's a video, and it's okay if some of the footage doesn't. So, okay. So now, let's say we introduced rapid prototyping. So I need to show that somebody is prototyping something. No. I like rapid prototyping showing somebody. That looks like prototyping. I'm not sure what that is actually. That to show how precise it can be. I don't like this, it doesn't even move. Looks like parts here. Okay, so that it's all in order, custom. So custom geometries. So it's important to say show parts, customs, things like that. Okay, cool. So we're on the right track. I want people, man, people in this photo. More people. But unfortunately, in this industry, the technical industry, not many. Well, I think I like this. I want to show people working, designing. Oh, that's cool for the dental implant application. Let's later it down. So I'll just like place it here, you know? Just work, go with the flow, go with the flow. Actually, maybe even. What is this music? I'll leave it, whatever. Okay, so sometimes video is good, but other times when there's no video, you can move a picture, and we'll talk about moving a picture in another part. So you can move a picture. So I can do metal here. So for example, like this could go here, is like as an example of how you can. Perfect. Okay, guys, I just want to cut it here. Not cut it, just stop. I want to tell you how grateful I am to have you here. I'm going to recenter and give myself 2 to 3 minutes to refocus. And to tell you my gratitude for figuring out this university. I'm so grateful. If you're watching this, I'm really happy that you actually find value in this and you're going to use this to learn. And I hope you do the same for other people. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. I'm feeling beautiful, guys. Feeling positive. Um, to be honest, I procrastinated this video, the work, but now that I'm doing it with you guys, just it feels beautiful. I gotta be honest. See, now I am getting more access to things like how it's done, like that laser of metal. I'm getting parts here. See. Okay, let's go back here. So we can customize pieces. Low volume, I showed lab startups. Applications. So implants. Okay. Okay, now everybody would just put like a photo of an implant, right? That's cool. But before that, let's move this here. And this is all approximate. We're going to edit it later. This is part one of, there's going to be another part completing this part. Um, okay, so when somebody says dental implants, what do you want to show? Someone smiling. Preferably with good teeth. So implant, you zoom on that and then you go. Okay, because you want to show something people want to look at, not teeth. People don't want to look at teeth. Hip implant. That's fucking cool, man. And that is cool. That's providing value. That's showing people what is an actual implant. That's beautiful. Oh, thank God for Canva. Old people. You show the impact of that product. The impact is happy people, are elderly. Okay, we're doing good here, guys. We're finishing a big part of the video. I know it looks messy, but so implants, military and defense, tank parts. Is this a manufacturing facility for tanks? Yeah, maybe. That's pretty crisp. I believe it's great. Submarines. Imagine each submarine has its ability to create. I'm pretty sure that's. Yeah, dope submarine. Wow. I don't know if that is a military one. That looks more badass. What a nice. It does that sometimes. Yeah, okay. Like a whale. So I would see we had like Okay. Maybe even put this. No, that's fake. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Like, oh, replace parts. Anyways, so now military defense is done. I gotta do automotive. 'Of course, people love this action. Of course, you want to put something as bright as that. Car factory. Three D printing. Public domain footage. Let's see if there's free footage. Public domain. Wow, it's just an icon. They're all trying to sell. These they trick you in, oh, free footage, sign up, look. Hmm. Actually, it's a gig, man. It's a gig. That's why I love using the phone. Anyways, so the car industry here. Um, automotive parts. We forgot about the aviation industry. So like you have three options. Like which one would you use? I'll use this one. This one is annoying. This one is scary and fast. This one is smooth with the sun. So use that. So look, basically, I have gathered almost, for me, what I arrived to this far, doing the research, putting the things that I want to do, putting the images is almost 60 to 65% of the work, uh, maybe 70. Telling the story, deciding how you want it to flow, putting a plan for your video is the most important. And how? By doing it live. By doing it live. By I know that I did right now 60% of the work that I wanna do. So what is going to happen next? What am I gonna do next? I'm gonna stop here today. But I'm gonna introduce you to something called Murph.ai. It's an AI voice generator, guys. And what does that do? What does the AI voice generator do? Basically, you get to put text in there, and I'm gonna call this 3D. You can upload here, but you can upload later. And then, so this is what I'm gonna do next. Whether you see the next video or not, I go to Murph. They have a free subscription for 10 minutes. If you can see, you can pay for it. It's not that much. Um, Honestly, I love this software. Why? Let me explain it. All you have to do is you take your text, you put it here. So this is just an example. Okay, let me pause this a little bit. Take it down. Okay, so you can put it here, right? And then you can choose the voice of the person that you want to use. And there's pro sounds, so let's say this. Render the voice.
Manufacturing generates more economic activity than other sectors.
You can change like any other sector. Of course, that takes from your minutes here.
Manufacturing generates more economic activity than any other sectors.
So you can use that.
Hi, this is Adam. I am one of the most mature American voices.
So I like this Adam voice. It's a mature voice. Make it a little bit slower. Oh no, the volume. And make it a little bit slower. Conversational or newscast. So you can choose what is. You can fix the pronunciation. It's AI. You can add pauses. And so
manufacturing generates more economic activity than any other sectors.
And I do this, and then when I'm done, I download the whole audio. And then you can come here and fix it. Make sure, once you make sure that the audio is perfect, that your client approves of it, that the client wants it, and what I do is I download this, then I come to Premiere, which I'll explain later. I put the audio in and I overlay this footage on. How do I get this footage? I just go here and I download it as a video. So this downloads as one full video. It's called the B-roll. This downloads as one big audio file. A-roll, I call it. You put the A-roll, you overlay the video on top of it, and then of course it's not going to be matched, so you go and you start cutting the video, putting it all so it can fit. So you sync it, and then you add some music, and then you add some other voices that we'll discuss later. But like this, basically, this is how I do a video, and this is even imagine like there's nobody speaking, so we find Murph AI. So the key here, and let's finish this, guys, on a positive note here. Okay, I'm gonna get a better webcam, I promise. Okay, so you saw me today, and I've been streaming for about an hour 24 minutes. So in an hour 24, I was able to, plus the research I did before, to take action basically. I needed to put this video out there. Just put your ideas, encourage yourself. Put the Canva, put the ideas. So now, do I feel like finishing the video? No, because I need to get more creativity. Maybe in an hour, hour and a bit, maybe tomorrow. But now I choose to hold off on this creative project and move to somewhere else and maybe come back to it later. Give yourself breaks between projects. And do not, and also do not focus too much on the details, right? Like, oh, it's not the perfect picture for manufacturing. Oh, it's not that. Just put it out there. Imagine yourself, you're doing an exam. Like, there's two people, types of people in an exam. If you have limited time, like people that are like, oh my God, I don't know the answer to this multiple choice, and they get stuck and they get nervous, or like you skip it directly. Like, if this needs more thinking, like exit and go to the next one. And that's the whole uh, premise here. Is like, if you don't know, if you're not sure, like skip it, move on. The goal here is to finish the video, not to be perfect. And if you have a good intention with the video, have done your research right, then the video will be good. And realize that every piece has to be nice, good, perfect, but you have to look at the project as one whole project. It's going to be a combination of your music, of your intellectual writing, of your research, of visuals, the music, and the amount of care you put in to fine tune it at the end, to sync by the second at the end. That's what makes a video a video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day and hope to see you soon. We are on Instagram, Hayah University Official. Follow us, please. And That's it, man. That's it. I should start putting like some news here as I. Thank you, guys.